Today is Sunday, the 30th day of January 2022, and I am over here testing out my brand spanking new Hermetic compressor analyzer. Alright, and I am going to test it on a window AC unit. Alright, and what this bad boy does is basically unlock a stuck compressor. Okay, so that's the objective with this thing right here. My compressor isn't stuck or anything like that, but I am actually just checking out the functionality of this thing in case I ever were to run across one. So this is all for training. All right, and so just a quick rundown of this Hermetic compressor analyzer. Show you what you have to have basically when you get this thing out the box. Of course, it has a power cord, and then it has these leads: black, red, white, yellow. Okay, what these leads are used for is for run, start, ground, and test. The color indicates the function, and you would have to connect these leads to the compressor motor's terminal. All right, so I have it connected over here. You can see I have the white onto the common, the red onto the start, and the black onto the run. All right, so you can see the labels right here. I know these terminals, they're marked in various ways. I've actually tested it from the knowledge that I learned from Lincoln Tech, from Mr. Miller in particular. So anyway, I know everything is connected correctly. All right, so just a real quick rundown. Hopefully I can do this real fast of the other features on here. We have this row right here, which are basically, this is a breaker switch. It's a switch that's on, turns on power, off, turns on power. You can see when I hit that on button, this normal light came on. Okay, so that normal light indicates that my wiring in the wall is correct. In other words, neutral is wired correctly as expected for this machine. If it were not correct, this reverse light would have came on instead of that normal, or it would have been both, and that would indicate that basically we either have reverse wiring or an ungrounded line, but everything is all good, everything's normal. Okay, so this other row right here is related to the motor somewhat. So we have the capacitor. This is the capacitance that's set for this internal capacitor that it has in there. And we have 100, we have 300 and 200 microfarads. Okay, so these are the maximum range. Why they decided to do it like this, 1, 3, 2, don't ask. All right, it's just the way that it's set. The important thing is that you know how to use it. And so 100 is for basically your lower range capacitor, and so forth and so on, as you know. But 100 is actually, these are actually maximum values. So 100, it could range anywhere between 88 and 100. So these are all maximum range values. Okay, now this is when you want to run this motor. Okay, so I have everything connected. My yellow is grounded. I already showed you the terminals connected. Now, how does this thing operate? We could do some testing for continuity. All right, so run test has continuity. When I press this button, these lights come on and they have continuity. Now, this ground doesn't come on. Don't ask why. Not quite sure what's the problem with that. Could be something with the unit, but from my understanding, it's supposed to light up. Anyway, it might mean that it's not grounded, but it's definitely grounded. But we'll get to that at another point. All right, so now just to run this thing real quick. So I would put this in forward and then quickly just start the compressor. So there you go. The compressor's running. All right. That's how you operate this device. If I wanted to turn this thing off, switch to the off position. Now, because this is on reverse, I could, here's, when you do reverse, this doesn't, when you shift this way, it doesn't lock. So you have to do reverse and start the reverse motor at the same time. All right, but you can't do that for a long time. Only reason why you're doing that is to unjam your compressor's motor. All right, so once it's unlocked, you can now go ahead and run it normal. All right, so it's supposed to put in forward, hit that, voila. Okay, and that there is how you use a hermetic compressor analyzer. Signing off. Peace.